Hello everyone, what's up? The second episode of the week of Matthew Sports Talk. Sorry, meant to do this later Wednesday night, or maybe even last night, but it happens. But now that means I have more stuff to talk about. So, before we get into anything else, quickly touch up on the Thursday night football matchup last night. Seahawks win. Very, very impressive. I'm happy because as a Vikings fan, they beat the Packers, so that puts the Packers back. And, it a little bit worries me because that means the Packers next week are going to be in desperation mode, which means they're going to come full force, but luckily enough, we're at home against them and not at Lambeau Field against them. So, and some people still like the Packers to make the playoffs. I really don't. I don't. But anyway, then I'm going to take a deeper dive on the Bears-Vikings game. I did touch up on it on my last episode, but I just want to touch up on it again really quick. I looked over the Bears' schedule so far this season, and they haven't really beaten anyone. And the only two dominating victories that they have are against the Buccaneers and the Bills, which one of them was at home. Other than that, they've been the Jets, the Lions, the Cardinals by 2, the Seahawks by a touchdown, and their losses were at Green Bay week 1, which they should have won. It was 1 point loss. At Miami, which they should have won also, they lost that in overtime. And at home against the Patriots, which excuse me. At home against the Patriots, which they could have won, but their special teams mucked it up. So, given all that insight, I really, really like our odds better. And I think one more key that's going to come down to secondary play. Khalil Mack is the only person on that team that I'm worried about, honestly, is Khalil Mack. He's the only guy that I feel like could really put Kirk Cousins in a bind. But their secondary I'm not really worried about, so I think that'll give Thielen and Diggs some open routes. And outside of that, I think the Vikings could still win that. I think after Sunday, I'm going to do a revamp. Or maybe, no, I have Tuesday off. So next Tuesday will be when my next show is, or episode is, and I'll talk about the playoff picture and whatnot. So, moving on from the NFL. I forgot about one Minnesota team. The men's basketball team, the Gophers men's basketball team, beat Utah on Monday. Very, very solid non-conference win. Very, very nice thing to have on your NCAA tournament resume. And I think, it's the added bonus that the Final Four is going to be in Minneapolis in April. So, not that I'm saying that this team can get that far, but it's definitely a motivating factor. The reason I'm wearing Timberwolves stuff is I actually got tickets tonight to go see the Timberwolves take on the Trailblazers, so hoping that's a good game. They won Wednesday night against the New Orleans Pelicans. Karl-Anthony Towns, very, very solid game, 25 points. And then also Wiggins was up there, and Covington and Saric had pretty good debuts, so I'm hopeful. moving on to what else do I want to talk about? Not really any fun college football games going on this weekend. The SEC is playing their cupcake games, which, why on God's green earth do you play freaking cupcake games in November? I don't understand. But the only really interesting game in the top 25, I mean, Cincinnati and Central Florida, that's a decent game, but outside of that, I mean, you got number 12 Syracuse against number 3 Notre Dame. That game is being played at Yankee Stadium. The Cuse could possibly pull up an upset, which what that means for the college football playoff, I feel like if Syracuse beats Notre Dame is automatically out. Unless, no, I think Notre Dame is automatically out if they lose that game to Syracuse. That means either you probably put Georgia in or, I mean, Michigan's already in as of right now, but Michigan loses. But, that I'll get to that when that happens. So, and a message to Nick Saban. Listen to the whole rest of the world. Sit Tua. You're playing the Citadel. Seriously, you could beat the Citadel with like your all-third team. Honest to God. Sit Tua. Be smart. Don't risk his health on a cupcake game. That's all I got to say about that. The NBA, what else do I want to talk about the NBA? Let's just get a quick look at their standings. I have my laptop over here instead of my cell phone because my cell phone's charging. Milwaukee's still up there at 10-4 in the East. Toronto currently leading in that one. The Celtics need to get going though. They've had a slow start. They need to get going. Same thing with the Timberwolves. I mean, they're 6-9 and they're second to last in the West, with the exception of the Phoenix Suns. So yeah. But this early in the season, there's not a big separation between number 8 seed and the rest. But yeah, that's the NBA in a nutshell. The NHL did touch up on the on the Wild losing to the Capitals. But they did beat the Canucks last night. I think it was 6-2. Yeah, 6-2. So pretty solid there. And outside of that, I think that was all I wanted to touch up on. So, as I said, my next episode is probably going to be on Tuesday the 20th. So, watch out for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you are watching. And please subscribe. Until next time, Matthew, signing off.